Hello, today we're talking about how to build your demo file that you need for susecon2020 on Windows. So the software that we will use is free and open source, OBS Studio. You can click on the Windows button and download OBS Studio for Windows. You will see while you're downloading it, you need to open Device Manager and disable any non-Intel display adapters. If you're running a laptop, you want to capture the display, you want it to be running on the Intel. And just for the recording time for this purposes, disable the NVIDIA adapter. And then you will see an auto config screen once you first install and start up OBS for the first time. This automatically configures your system to use OBS and picks the settings that will work for yours. So the next screen, it will allow you to select the optimize just for recording. So what you want to do is not stream it. You're just going to record, so it will pick the settings that are appropriate for that. And then it will offer you some defaults. Make sure you select those defaults. And once it's done with this auto configuration, it will do some testing. And you will see the choices that it made. Please don't change any of these. Select the apply settings and be done with that screen. You will notice also that your desktop audio is one of the things that will show up in the audio mixer. For recording susecon 2020 demos, you do not want desktop audio, so in case somebody sends you an email and you get an alert or instant messaging alerts or any of the other desktop audios for this purpose, you want to be disabled. So you can shut them off just by sliding the white button slider all the way to the left. Make sure that on your microphone you edit the properties for that microphone and choose something other than the default microphone. What you want to get away from is something that's will be integrated to your laptop, and that sometimes will pick up fan noise and a lot of other things that you don't want. So choose an external one. I have an external USB microphone. Yours may be different, but make sure that you pick that for the recording to be the most reliable. And next you want to choose your option in scene. Not in scene, so leave scene alone. You're picking source. And in your sources list, you're going to add a display capture. This will allow you to capture the entire output of a certain screen, and we'll talk about which ones you pick in the next slide. So you can then choose your display for capture. It can be either the primary display or any secondary, tertiary ones that you have connected. And just remember, this is what will appear. So the next screen, you actually can start the recording by looking here and see over on the lower right where it says start recording. So once you're ready to start, click on that start recording button, and then once it's finished, you can hit the pause recordings or stop recordings here, and it will have already created a file name with today's date and time on it. in the timestamps. So we want to convert this recording from the NKV that it stores it as to be an MP4 that you can then share with the production team. So click on File, Show Recordings, and then you will see a list of all your recordings. By default, it gets stored under Videos for the local user. You will see a file with today's date and timestamp on it. And what you want to do is right-click on it and rename it to something more relevant to what you're talking about. So rename it something like susecon2020, and then your session ID or the particular demo name, but something that's not the time and date stamp. So then when you build it as an MP4, you won't have to worry about renaming it then, and you'll know exactly what it's for at that point. So then the next screen, it allows you to remux your recordings. So in other words, you stored it in MKV, you want it to be MP4. This is the way you can simply do that. So you click on remux recordings, and then you get this screen, which right now is empty. I want to select an OBS recording, so that's going to be an MP or MKV file that we just renamed. Click on the three dots there, the white dots in that gray box, and you will see a screen like this, which shows again your renamed file with the MKV extension. You're going to choose that, and then and that will be show then here in the Remux screen. So it shows you the OBS recording name, and the target file then will be the MP4. And when you click on Remux, it should go very fast and give you this happy recording remuxed. And when you're done now, you have an MP4 file. The current recommendation is you take the MP4 and upload it to OneDrive to then share with the production team for the susecon 2020 session. Thanks for your time, and hopefully this was helpful for you.